All right, here we are on podcast number 6 here. We have Peep, the band with Christian and Gabriel. So how's it going, boys?
It's going
Everything
well. It's going well.
That's awesome.
Your Instagram looks dope. You have a ton of stuff going on. You guys, your style is pretty like hipster, I would say, eh? Is that the
Thank you,
Miami?
man.
Is that the Miami style?
It is the Miami style. I feel like it definitely is. Definitely. We got a lot of inspiration. I personally get a lot of inspiration from a lot of the local bands here.
Right on.
So yeah, I would definitely say hipster.
And you guys are brothers?
Yes,
Yeah,
we are. Yes,
guys,
we
Right
are.
on.
We're brothers, 17 months apart.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we
And-
grew up playing guitar together, and that's how we got this whole thing, Peep, started.
Awesome.
And to kind of go on that, what's with the name Peep?
Honestly, I feel like Peep is just like Peep. Honestly, we wanted to come up with a simple name. I was thinking I love Wilco a lot.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
So-
yeah.
So yeah, I love Wilco. My brother too, and so we honestly just came up with the one name Peep, and it just fits because we say Peep a lot. Come hang out with your
Peep
peeps.
this,
Yeah.
peep this with your peeps,
I wondered if it was kind of tied into like, hey, peeps, and I saw the one post that like peeps and peepettes. I was like, that's actually pretty clever, right? You kind of have
Yeah.
tagged your fans, either way, male and female. So yeah, so is a lot of your influential. I mean, it makes sense actually now that you say Wilco. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Wilco as well. Is that the reason why you guys are strictly, or at least from what I've heard anyways, is strictly instrumental?
Definitely. Gabriel, you want to take this one?
I can't sing, but but when we play the guitars and we're just having fun with our friends, it just comes out, and it's like we jam a lot, and the music we create is kind of on the fly and just vibey.
Awesome.
Not so much hipster.
No, there's definitely a vibe there for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say definitely from Wilco. We get that huge inspiration, man. We definitely want to work with vocal artists. We are working with other vocal artists right now, but yeah, man, that's Gabriel nipped it right in the bud with that one.
Nobody can sing. That's the key, eh?
Exactly.
We were
absolutely,
almost in the
absolutely.
same boat. We
we would
always
have been right there with you.
We were recording music and he actually lied to me. Nate was like, I can't sing. And I was like, I can't sing, but I'll give it a try. So I sent him some samples and he just like, no, I can't do this shit. And he was like, okay, I'll send you some samples. And he fucking nailed it. And I was like, you piece of shit. You let me go first. But yeah, so it turned out okay. As brothers, what's like the pros and cons of being a band with your brother? Because you see like bands like Oasis and like super talented dudes with like dicks to each other. So what's the pros and cons for you guys to be in a band? Like,
Honestly, I feel like they're all pro. I feel like all pros. Yeah. Honestly, no, this guy's my best friend, man. And just making music with him is honestly just such a blessing. I love working with this dude. So yeah, no, it's
awesome.
all pros, man. We have this amazing dynamic, and it just speaks for itself, man.
Cool. That's great. How many guys are in what's the band like? How many people are actually in the band?
We have 5. We have 5 right now.
Five.
We have
Okay.
it's me, Gabriel. We have a keyboard player, Benji, a drummer, Javier Nin, and we have our bassist, Sebastian Holmes. Absolutely, that guy is the legend.
Total unit.
Total unit.
I must admit, like I gave a listen to quite a few songs there, and they're really, really good. I was gonna say, now, do you guys do all your own production?
We actually have a sound guy. His name is Carlos Alfonso. He has a studio here in Miami called Shell Shock Records. So he does. We mix some of our stuff, but he is the one that is really responsible for all of that stuff.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
From the
really
beginning.
tight. Like, it's really tight. I wondered, I was listening on. It's really full, especially like if you're. I was listening on headphones and that. It's just really full all the way through, right? So I was curious on how you guys did that.
No, he's honestly he's amazing. He does he's fantastic. He does everything. He works on our amps, our guitars, everything. Like, he's a man.
That's
That's
awesome. How'd you guys meet?
We went to high school together. High school.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's so huge. That's so huge.
The drummer and the keyboard player also went to the same high school. We all were in band together.
Oh
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And that's impressive though that you've kind of all met there and that all, is able to come to be, right? How long have you guys been playing guitar?
Since
Since
we were 12.
12,
exact
First guitar,
Fender
Go
Squire.
Gabe.
Fender Squire.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a
What's-
black one with like pearl, mother of pearl,
yeah.
fretboard. Awesome.
And do you guys
And
still
then-
play those? Do you guys still play those ones, or have you upgraded?
I have
Yep.
mine still, but I don't use it. Gabriel actually just got a new Stratocaster.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
amazing. Excuse me, I don't know if
Oh,
I should-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. It's
yeah.
all good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he just got a new Strat. Gabriel, do you want to show it to them?
Yeah.
Oh, he has it right
You got
there.
it. You got it here.
It's right here.
For people that are listening to the podcast, you won't be able to see this, but you can certainly check us out on YouTube and be able to see this butte. That's for damn
There
sure.
it is.
Oh, that is
That's
gorgeous.
amazing.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he disappeared for a second.
Yeah.
He hit a
Oh,
button. There we go.
yeah.
There we go. He's trying to move the camera around.
Yeah,
That's
it went low power mode on me.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Sweet. How are you guys in the has the pandemic affected you? Have you guys how is Florida for shows? Is this open for shows currently?
So right now, we're slowly getting into live shows. We just
Okay.
played our first live show in a couple of months at a brewery this past Saturday. But it honestly it took a toll on us from the beginning, but it put us in a corner. But so we just worked on production. We worked on live streams.
We
That's
recorded a music video.
Oh,
yeah?
is that have you guys posted that yet?
So we're not yet. It's coming out on
Okay.
Valentine's Day. We're super
okay.
super excited about it. It's going to be awesome.
That's perfect.
Yeah, we have an entire team of awesome people that came together to help us with this, and it's going to be an amazing music video. We're
Now,
very excited.
Can you share anything about the music video in terms of where was it shot or?
So
Or you wanna-
we shot it. We shot it up in North Florida. It's a place called Hernando, Florida. Actually, I'm going to be totally honest with you. We are not 100% sure if it's called Hernando, Florida. I don't really know the name, but that's just an Easter egg of the video. So I can't hope you guys enjoy it, Andrew.
That's awesome.
That's so
awesome.
cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I can't wait to check
Who's
it out.
Andrew and who's Nathan?
I'm Andrew.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I'm Nathan.
I knew it. I knew you were Nathan.
What gave it away? What gave Nathan away?
Nathan, Nathan, say something so I could see you. And Andrew.
Oh yeah, because it's probably
Okay.
I can see
It
everyone.
was
right now.
it was the blonde hair, Nathan. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
honest
for
with you.
sure. Giddy up. That's right. He's got no hair. Actually, he's got
I'm
no
actually
hair. That's
bald,
the
yeah.
problem. Yeah, he's got no hair.
And the reason I
Rock
wear
on.
toques in these things are because I have a pot light above me that would just my head would shine. So I have to have a hat on, or you'd be blinded by just bald goodness. So that's
Dude, I
Yeah.
love it, man.
and that's my podcast Easter egg for you.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I've got a toucan because my hair is down to my shoulders, and
Yeah.
it's fucking minus 40 outside right now because it's the middle of winter in Canada. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Gabriel if you're in Miami, why are you wearing a sweater, man?
Yeah, because I'm free. It's like
Tell him how cold it is, Gabe.
it's
Yeah,
like
well, how cold is it right now?
65. It's like 65.
65. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say that it's probably saying Fahrenheit right now. It's probably about 30 or
Here,
25. Yeah. I think it's going to go down to about 20 tonight. It's going to be frigid.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. So
that's why we're wearing sweaters. That's why
Well,
we're
exactly.
yeah.
And whenever we get to travel again, when we come down to Florida and you see all of our tourist asses wearing, t-shirts and
Mhm.
shorts and it's 65, you guys know why, right? Like it just
Yeah,
warmed up like
absolutely.
30, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So
My hat actually
Wait.
says Islander.
I
Oh,
saw,
right on. Yeah.
yeah.
We're Islanders.
We're not on the
We're not. No, you're not.
No,
Where are
no.
you guys? So you guys right in Miami then? Do you guys live right in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, we live right in Miami. We live in the
Wow.
suburbs. But yeah, man, we Miami's it's the suburbs and it's downtown. So, but
and the Everglades.
That's
and
awesome.
the Everglades, can't forget about that.
So when it comes to obviously before everything hit, in terms of gigging, right? What were your biggest gig spots? Like you said, you were at a brewery, obviously this last one. But where do you normally gig at?
We honestly, go for it, Gib.
Mostly we're into the breweries. Like that's our market. and we used to play at this bar called Las Rosas. It's a dive bar here in this upcoming spot called Wynwood, and that's where we got most of our action and met most of other artists that we know in Miami. And then we all just kind of go on from there.
Kind of tour around like together, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, we haven't been able to do any gigs whatsoever since we become a band. We started last March, yeah, right, Andrew? So
yeah, well, we got sent home when we were
yeah.
in lockdown first.
We've been in lockdown. So we're in like an emergency order where unless you're going to work, you're not allowed out. You can be fined. So
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's awful. That's
Yeah.
awful, guys.
yeah,
We
so
can't even like. There's no department stores open. Like there's like Costco's open, but you can't even go get like you can't go get wood or do anything.
if you're gonna build something
It's
or
all it's all
you
everything's
like
shut
even same
down.
as if you want to go get like a new guitar, right? Go get
Yeah,
any instrumental
You can't,
stuff.
yeah, can't do anything.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
can order it online and
Mhm.
pick it up, but you can't go and try it before you buy, right? So yeah, it's wild.
Wow.
It's wild. So
Yeah,
How long has it been like that for?
December, Boxing Day,
Boxing Day, yeah.
Yeah, Boxing Day.
So right after Christmas, they shut us
Yeah.
down and
month and a half.
Yeah.
Oh
now.
my God.
yeah, so we're looking at like another week before potentially getting out of this, but I mean the restrictions will still be for us won't I feel like they'll be pretty much the same, right? So
Yeah,
so it's kind of neat to see other people doing gigs because we've done a podcast with another band 12 years today. They were just north of us up in Barrie, Ontario, and anyways they're in the same boat. They can't gig, they can't do anything. So it's really neat to see people out again, and I know that Florida, I've heard as well that Florida is opening up slowly, right? So it's nice that you guys are able to go.
To be totally honest with you, Nathan, Florida never stopped.
That's what we saw in the news. Yeah.
Yeah, Florida, Miami never stopped. It did for a brief moment. But honestly, like you just can't stop the tourism behind it all. So you really can't.
Are your
Miami never
beaches
stopped.
still full? Like
They're open. Yeah, absolutely. I went to the beach the other day
oh, right on.
with my girlfriend, and it was amazing. It's packed as
crazy.
heck. Like it was pre-COVID times.
Really? Yeah. Just felt like
we don't know
normal.
what that's like at all. Like we have no idea what
I'm
that's
so
like.
s-
It's
I'm-
been
I'm
so long.
sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. I think it's like
Yeah, hey, it's all good. I mean, it's almost normal now. It's the scary
Yeah,
part. It's
yeah.
almost normalcy at this point. Well, and it's funny because you guys, I know people that are down in Florida right now that have traveled down. So you have a lot of Canadians down there that have essentially just taken refuge down there to get away, not only from the cold, but because they know that, it's open, right? It's some sort of normalcy. Now, have you guys had to take any precautions with your gigs at all right now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So like we would wear like the places that we go, they take the COVID precautions, so people have to wear masks. But like in our case, people really don't wear masks if they're drinking beer, if they're drinking
Right.
alcohol, if they're drinking exactly. So
Right.
like it's as far as precautions, the place does its best to take precautions, but
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? You're drinking beer, which is the most important part, and playing music. So
absolutely.
yeah. Do you guys have any radio play currently? Like any stations playing your music out there?
No, we do not. We do not.
No.
We do not at the moment.
Not that we know of.
Oh yeah, right on. Are you guys on Twitter?
No, we're not. But we were thinking about getting on it very soon. Actually,
our
there's a lot-
last guest, we kind of suggested there's a lot of love out there for indie artists. That's kind of how we started this, and with Instagram as well. But I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support for indie artists, especially in the UK, but even the US. That's actually the US is our number 2. They're almost on par with Canada in terms of when we look at streams and whatnot through Spotify. I don't know what is your streams like on Spotify. If you guys looked at your algorithm, like your not algorithms, but your analytics at least.
Of course, yeah.
With our Spotify Wrapped last year, we got a lot of plays in Egypt, which was surprising to us.
Yeah, it was wild.
I wonder
any idea why that would be?
I have no idea, to be totally honest with you.
Because
Like, I'll tell you
Peep
what.
translates to something in Egypt. That's why. Something,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hieroglyphics. Yeah.
I want to look it up. I definitely want to look that up, but I don't know how they got a hold of us over there. It's pretty interesting though. But like even in Saudi Arabia, Yeah, we have crazy countries. It's insane.
I think
But
with
Egypt
you,
was the most.
yeah, and I think with you guys too, because you're instrumental, right? I mean, that's maybe the
Mm,
one bonus in terms of that it's just instrumental. You don't have lyrics to worry about. There's no language barrier when it comes to just
Yeah.
mhm.
music, right?
You're
Yeah.
so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's part of it too. Ours was Cincinnati in the US, and we have no connection in Cincinnati. No one whatsoever.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So it's
so
really
random.
strange. And then the other one is the UK. And I really think, to be honest, if you guys hop on Twitter and start messaging, especially some of these, and we can hook you up afterwards with one radio station for sure that's looking. But I mean, there's a lot of love in the UK for
Oh, that's
any indie
awesome.
artists. So I highly recommend it as well. Even it's just internet radio, but even radio stations that are out there as well.
Yeah, UK. They approached our Twitter. Like we like Nate runs the Twitter for our band. I do the Instagram. But on Twitter, Nate just was active on it, and stations will find your band. And like we're at the point where there's a band like radio station UK will just play us, and then
Yeah.
they'll just
We
tag
don't
us
even
saying,
know we
yeah,
don't
be
even
like,
know we're on. It's on
you guys were
rotation
on,
now.
and yeah, and we're like,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
and this podcast actually got picked up in Scotland by some radio station in Scotland. They're playing our
Yeah.
music, and
Really?
yeah, so you guys will be on
In the UK anyway, so you get a
Yeah.
little
That's
bit of
amazing.
promotion there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Bestie
so-
Back Roadie Radio is what they're
Yeah.
what
That's
what they're
amazing.
called.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello UK, hello Scotland.
Yeah. And it's all Twitter, man. Twitter was is like a great tool. I mean, it's a lot of work and a lot of just staying on top of it and a lot of networking. But it's a great tool for people to find you. And like if you're doing like this the music you guys do, like that like Nate said, it translate well into UK especially because they're like into rock and like and they just like that sound never kind of left. Whereas, in Canada, everything we get is top 40 stuff and the rock is
Yeah.
kind of gone here. And like our radio stations, there's no like independent radio stations that are actively looking for, bands like us who are not, we're not signed and we're just, doing independent bands. So man, guys, jump on Twitter.
Yeah.
If what is signed one
Definitely.
guy just to do Twitter, and
Gabe,
then
it's your job, man.
yeah, there you go.
I signed you.
Yeah,
That's it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
There you go.
yeah, you should for sure.
And then that UK radio sounds amazing. Like if you guys could hook us up with that, like you said.
Absolutely. Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. I will. Yeah. If you guys are on Twitter, just find we're chasing. I think we're
Definitely.
chasing Rec Band is what we are
Chasing
on there.
Wreck, yeah.
Yeah, and just
gonna write it
follow us, and then I'll send you I'll DM you guys the info. But yeah, so what do you guys for the music scene in Miami area? Do you guys find the same thing like even in the US where it's top 40? Is that just get pushed a lot?
Of course it does, and then especially in Miami, Greg Gabe, like the scene here, like at first, Miami is just known for being bone dry, and with this sort of thing, just because of our culture, like there's a lot of strip clubs here, like everyone just likes reggaeton, like that's just the vibe.
Right.
So to be an instrumental band is
And
wild,
like
and
minority band over here. Because
Yeah.
we get a lot of techno and a lot of people that like that electronic music here in Miami.
exactly.
Right.
We have
for,
the
dance, for like
ultra-
dance clubs, right? Like that would
Exactly.
really make sense.
So it is hard, but we found our niche. We have we've surrounded ourselves with a bunch of awesome, great, talented people,
Artists.
musicians, artists, and it's great. It's really great. We have fundamentally, have built a scene here, and it's really
Awesome.
great.
And you know what? I think for all of us, whether all indie artists, even I think you can't go into this going like we're gonna make it big. I want to make it big. I think almost it just has to happen naturally. And what you guys are doing is kind of doing it organically, and like we are too. I mean, we can't necessarily go and play gigs, so that's why we kind of started this podcast because this is our way of playing a gig, talking to you guys or any other band or any other artist about their craft. Right? It's what we would do if we were gigging. Right? We would stand around, chit chat, and then we'd play our stuff and play our shit, and then have beers afterwards. Right?
Absolutely.
So, it's just kind of interesting to see, you guys having to carve this out, which is totally different than, what's down there in Miami. And that's kind of what I thought. So do you have a pretty good fan base then following too, when you guys are playing the gig, like when you're playing your gigs?
We get
Yeah.
a good decent amount of our friends going out and good crowds, people we've met over the years, comedians that have opened up for a show, they end up coming to our shows, and it's all a domino effect.
That's awesome.
And actually, now that you said that, how long you
growing little by little?
Yeah, and that's all you can do, right? And then hopefully one day it goes, right? It takes off. How long have you guys been playing together as Peep then, like doing shows and recording?
4 years. Me and my brother, well, we've been playing Gabriel for literally 4 years, and then it just built from there. You know, it was just me and him, and then it built from there where, you know, we wanted this full band to fit that vision, you know. And 4 years, it's about 3 to 4 years.
EP came out in 2017, 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your new single that came out in October. What's the reception of that one been like for you guys?
Oh, amazing. That's honestly still questioning was great. You know,
it's tough because you guys put that out like right. Would that be right when stuff started to lock down then in Florida? Would have been October?
No. Stuff started to lock down around March.
Oh, March. Okay, yeah.
April.
So there's a bit of a buffer there. Okay, yeah.
And then it opened up again. It opened up for a brief spell, and then it's just we shut down again. But yeah, October. We released it in October, right, Gary? October 31st. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome. It really a great reception. That's the style, you know, that we're really trying to spearhead. You know, we are an instrumental jam band, but there's a lot of inspiration that comes from bands like Men I Trust, you know, Krungbin, that go into that vibe that we're really trying to spearhead.
And then how do you guys come up, like for us, when we're doing song titles, Andrew will either send me an idea and he'll either label it based on just what he's feeling. And then either sometimes he'll have an idea and I'll write the lyrics for it. Sometimes he has, you know, something already, one that we were just working on. He had a dream and he's like, I heard you sing this, here it is. And then I kind of wrote out the lyrics and then went with it. With an instrumental, like, so the single that I'm talking about was Still Questioning. How do you guys come up with the names?
So that one's, I remember this. We were in the studio and we just did the jam, and our drummer calls out, like right when we're closing out the song, we end off on this chord, and Javi says, "Oh wow, that sounds like you're still questioning."
And then boom, that's it, right?
That's it. That was it. Signed, sealed, delivered. Seriously.
How many drummers do you think name songs? That's awesome. You know what I mean?
No, very, 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 very awesome trait. Yeah, 1 in 5 actually.
Yeah.
But it's a very awesome trait that he has. No, truly. We come up with them spontaneously, like you guys say, with, you know, like how we feel about the song, or how it makes us feel. But yeah, usually we come up with like things that just sound right, like that was just it, you know. And we just go with it because it's like you said, it's organic. It is organic, and it's just all about, you know, having fun and, you know, doing it because we're hanging out, playing with friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's just interesting, right? Coming from an instrumental, because you don't really have a lyric to go on, right? Or you know, that word in a song that can really, you know, put that as. I think it's funny, Andrew. I don't know if you want to tell it about the one Reaching. Right.
Oh,
story to that one.
Oh my God. Yeah. So we wrote this song, and I was fucking around at home, and my wife was here, and I was like, hey, I'm going to just record a song real quick, a song idea. So she sat next to me, I just did it up and I recorded it. And so it was done, and I was sending it to Nate, and I was like, what should I call this thing? So I was like, just going through a bunch of names, and she looked at me and she goes, man, you're reaching. And I was like, the song's called Reaching. And I sent to him, and that's it. And it's all because she is the hardest critic of any song title. If I'm like, this is what's got to be called, then I can see in her eyes that she hates it right away, and I'm like, fuck, and I have to go back to the drawing board. So for me, it's like we had this good like kind of thing going where I was like, I had the feel for a song, I send him something, and he just like write it all. So we're on a roll, and that was the kind of in the middle of the roll I was kind of out of song titles. And my wife actually made that title by just, you know, if she said you're a fucking idiot, I'd be like, that's a song name, you know. But like,
for sure.
Luckily she didn't. So Do you guys have pressure at all to at this point? Probably not, but was there any pressure along the line to get a vocalist? Like, were people saying to you like, hey, get a vocalist? Or were
All
you
the
guys
time.
yeah, eh?
All the time, every show, but it's okay because we know exactly what we want. And we are actually working, like I said, we're actually working with a rapper, hip hop artist. His name's
Oh
Color
wow.
the Rapper from Miami. He is extremely talented. What we're doing is like some R&B type of, that's the type of vibration we're trying to go for. Very soulful. And he throws hip hop in there. He raps every now and then, and it's amazing stuff. We do enjoy playing with vocalists, but Peep is just instrumental for now.
No, that's great. I think that you guys, if that's your niche, man, you should just keep it, man. Like,
Yeah.
don't let people
100%.
pressure you. Like, if you guys are getting like Gabe said, you guys are building a slowly building more and more like love for your band. I would just honestly keep it, man. If it's working and you guys are all happy, singer. If you had one person where their only job is singing and doesn't mesh well with you guys, you don't want to ruin that vibe that you already
No.
currently have. That's just me.
Absolutely,
That's my
but we
advice.
will, but we will.
Yeah, it really, and I mean, the nice thing is if you do collaborations, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to stick with it, right? It can just be a one-off, and you get a feel for it. And I mean, if it goes well, then you can obviously do another one, right? But you're not bound to it. You're not married to that person, right? And like you guys said, you found your niche, which is the most important. So so right now, because we're in lockdown, we throw stuff back and forth to each other, ideas through through the internet, right? We record something and send it over, and then we'll work on it, send it back. How do you guys do it for five guys?
All live.
All live, eh?
Oh, really?
All live. No, we track a lot of stuff. We do track a lot of stuff because we're coming out. There's a couple of albums we're coming out with within the next year, and we're tracking that. But most of our production is live, and that's how we get our ideas. That's we do jam, record them, and then we figure out ideas from there. But it's pretty much live for the most part.
That's awesome. It's a luxury we don't have.
No,
It's a straight up luxury. We can't do that. A lot of all our songs have been just like record, send over, record, send back, record, send over. It's just we were never able to be in a room to do it. Yeah.
Which is crazy. So now with that, because you've got 5 people, right? Have you had any issues, like in terms of, or is it just gone with the flow? Like there's been no, hey, like what happens if you have to tweak something, right? If you're tracking, no issues, like no one takes over.
No. So like we all it is very much go with the flow. We're very laissez-faire about that sort of thing. Our sound guy does most of the stuff, you know what I mean? But we all kind of put in our opinions on our sound, our own sound. So like if the snare is if the snare is too much treble, like Javi will say, oh, maybe the snare is a little weird, and he'll like, he knows what he wants. The keyboardist knows, Benji knows what he wants. Like I know what I want. The bassist knows what he wants. So we all kind of just mesh together very well, and it just kind of goes with the flow, like you said, Nathan.
Yeah, it's such a cool, like we were talking about it earlier about how when we go to play live, what are we gonna do? Because a lot of our instruments, other than guitar and bass and vocals, are MIDI tracks, right? So for us, it's going to be interesting. What do we do? Especially like even an acoustic show would be very intriguing.
Yeah.
You
guys gotta come down to Miami and play a show here, guys.
No shit, eh?
Oh, we would love to, man.
That'd be phenomenal.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you guys so should.
Yeah. Well,
I hope
we're gonna crash on that couch behind you. That's what we're gonna be doing.
You're more than welcome, guys.
Awesome. That'd be great. So like they said, we're not in the position right now where if we had to play a show tomorrow, we're like, I don't know who's gonna be the drummer for that show,
Right. Yeah.
Which is kind of like we got to figure that out as we go, I guess. So it's great to see you guys like as a 5-person band who could just record and write on the fly. It's exact opposite of what we are right now. It's exact opposite. It's crazy to see. But good for you guys, man. You guys get Twitter. Get Twitter
Yeah.
tonight. Get Twitter
Tonight,
We're
yeah.
there. No, we're there. Our homework is
There's
getting
the
it.
light at the end
Yeah.
of the tunnel for you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
Trust me. And then,
then-
when it happens, it's just gonna be an explosion of ideas.
I hope
And-
there's lots out there. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's incredible. Now, you guys said so you've got the video coming out on February 14th. Is that for a song that you guys already have right now? Is
That's
that for a
still
single?
questioning.
That's for Still Questioning. Awesome for the
Yeah.
single. And then you guys said you have a couple albums in the work. Are those going to be full albums? Are they EPs? Do you have singles coming up?
So one of them is an EP, and then the other one is an album.
Nice.
We can't say too much about it.
No, it's all good.
But we are releasing a song called "Wave of Convenience" within the next 2 months. So that's going to be our next song that we're coming out with.
That's solid. Yeah, I don't want to pressure. I don't want to give anything away. We've got a couple things like, in the back that we don't ever want to, I think we all do, right? I mean, it's one of those things, but it's a wave of convenience. Is where did that title come from?
Javi.
Javi again, eh?
Javi again.
Solid.
How many
That's
songs
awesome.
has he named? How many songs is your drummer named?
We have to. I feel like we have to go back into the books and actually do our homework and see.
Gotta get the statistician out there.
Those are the two so far that I can tell you off the top of my head. But we're very excited. We're very excited about this, because this is going to be just another concept that we're getting into. So
based on water.
I wonder. Okay,
I'm just kidding.
Based on water.
Yeah, that's the theme we're going for. So it starts with a wave.
It starts with a wave. Is that the reason for the shot in the pool? Because you guys have a shot on Instagram with the pool. There's like somebody cooking in the background on a barbecue.
Yeah.
No, but kind of.
It's a very homey feeling.
Very homey feeling. It certainly is.
Who's the guy holding the cat in the video and your Instagram photo?
Javi.
Yeah, that's Javi.
Yeah.
Is that the band mascot? Is that the band mascot? The cat?
That is his cat. I want to see. I want you guys. Oh, you guys already see our faces already. So
yeah.
I was gonna say, guess who we are in the band.
Well, it looks like Gabe cut his hair there, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's that about, man? As a bald guy, I gotta know why you cut your hair at all. What are you doing?
When was this? Are we talking about the pool picture?
Yeah. The pool picture.
I remember when COVID happened, my hair was getting long. All the hairdressers were shut down.
Right.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking the clippers to my head just to do it myself.
Oh yeah.
So I was bald for a little bit and grew back.
Because I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not that you don't look good with short hair. You look great, but I tell Nate all the time, if you fucking cut your hair, man, I'll glue it to my head. That's what I'll do.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
You live and learn. Yeah. I used to flip back and forth. Actually, I used to go shave it straight down and then grow it out, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It was just. I think it was actually like pure laziness, actually, just to shave it off, because then I didn't have to worry about it a whole lot. But to be brutally honest,
I'm so jealous of that. I'm so jealous of that.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So do you guys have any gigs coming up then that you want to give a shout out on here?
Yeah, we're playing on the third Thursday of February at Lincoln's Beard. That's the brewery that we played at this last Saturday.
Right on.
We're super pumped. We're always pumped to play at Lincoln's Beard.
Oh, no kidding.
They're so great to us, and the beer's amazing.
I was just gonna say, what's your favorite beer there? Because I mean, once I'm down in Florida, guess what? I'm finding this place, and I love my beer. So what's the favorite beer there?
Gabe, you go first.
They have the Patrick Swayze beer.
Swayze. That's amazing. So what is that? What type of what do they consider that beer? Is it a lager, an ale?
IPA.
IPA. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get the Avenge Me Irish Red, which is I think it's just that's just an ale.
Just like a red ale. Yeah.
Yeah. You got it right on the money.
Yeah.
But it's not an apple tasting beer.
Okay, yeah, no.
name. Yeah, I just want to make a disclaimer.
Make it clear for everyone, eh?
I do not drink Angry Orchard. I'm just kidding.
It's funny.
I'm
My
sorry,
wife
I'm
actually.
sorry, Angry Orchard.
I'll make it up for you, Christian. No worries. My wife, when we usually go down to Myrtle Beach for March break. It's a quick drive compared to going all the way down to Florida. Like, you know, it's a few hours shorter. We got 2 younger kids, so we would go there, and that was the first time I think that she had cider. And then we went to New York, and she had it on tap, Angry Orchard, and she fell in love with it. Right, that was the first time she's ever found something like a cider that she really liked. So I get it, but yeah, I'm not a apple or fruit.
What's
beer
a cider hangover like?
Oh,
I've
Yeah, right. Like, what's
had one.
How many ciders do you have to drink?
No
yeah,
kidding.
exactly, right. And then what's
some
like,
of them are strong though. Some of them are pretty potent. Like they're 6.5%. Some of them.
like you wake up.
It's probably
like-
the worst.
It's
Yeah.
got to be terrible, right?
I'm
Not a
gonna
sugar
be
in that?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. If somebody approaches me and they tell me I only drink cider, that's my alcohol of choice. I'm not trusting that person.
No. Looks like
right
we
out
lost.
of the gate.
We
Yeah, it
lost
looks like we
Gabe.
lost Gabe. That's
We
all right.
lost
It's
Gabe.
okay.
I think
He
his
was almost
phone
here for
died.
the whole time. His phone died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the end here. So do you want to give your shout outs to your Instagram page and do you have a website?
We don't have a website. That's in the works right now. That's in the
Okay.
works right now.
Sweet.
But yeah, we do. I want to give a shout out to everyone in the band.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gabriel, obviously, who just left. Sebastian, Javi, Ben. We actually just played with a keyboard player named Keanu. All the musicians that we've played with along the way. Nico, Carlos Alfonso from Shell Shock Studios. Everyone that's been a part of this whole journey. Carl Martinez, who plays bass for another band called Moongazer, phenomenal. Another instrumental band. But yeah, all those cats are really, really cool, and I'm grateful for all of them.
That's fantastic. I'll have to go check
Awesome.
those out. Check those guys out, and I'd love to have you guys back. You know, once you either release that single coming up too, or even the EP and the album. You know, hit us up,
Definitely.
and we'd love to have you guys back on. It was great.
For sure.
I want to. You got to meet the rest of the fools, man.
That would
Awesome,
be
for
amazing.
sure.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, giddy up.
The Instagram is peep_inc.
Yes.
Give it a
Peep
look.
_.
It's double.
Oh, it's a double.
Oh,
It's a double.
shit. The
It's a
tricks.
double underscore.
That's an optical illusion.
That
Peep.
certainly is.
Not just 1 underscore, 2 underscores,
Yeah.
and ink.
And
If
it's
I
probably
wanted
I
to-
must. Yeah, go ahead.
If I wanted to send you guys anything, like as far as like t-shirts or anything, where can I send that?
We'll tell you after this where we get off
You're
this.
the man.
We'll
Yeah,
send
we'll
you
send
one.
you.
Cool,
All right,
cool.
man. Thanks so much. And
Thanks,
we'll be in
Christian.
touch
Yeah.
for sure, eh?
You guys are the best, man.
You're
Awesome.
the best.
Thanks for
buddy.
joining us. All
All
right.
right.
Talk to you.
Anytime.
See you, bud.